We're going to do a real fast Saturday afternoon video. Just what do? I break things down. I break things up. I reconstruct them in other areas, like taking down a house, taking one plywood off the wall or one 2x4 between the wall and putting it somewhere else, building it different with the same wood. Time to take it down, time to build it up. Time to do things. I do prime number analogy, what the prime numbers mean in their own dimension on every level. What are the numbers? Where do we get all these numbers from? Nothing, and remember, nothing is more than ABC and everything that comes from it in 2D, 3D, and 4D. 3 times 3 is 9, by 3 is 27, by 3 is 81. Venus by 3 is 343, which is 7 times 7 times 7. 364 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, 21, equals to 364, 13 moon cycles. Those 13 moon cycles will explain to you the spirit. 7 by 13 equals 91, and the word spirit equals 91. And a lot of people go, well, big deal, so what? You have to see the whole picture. This is a giant picture. This was built over not 100 years. Imagine what we were able and what we were capable of doing in the less than the last 100 years. From not being it, but by communication was created by the good old Lord who created us in 6 days, but we only got to act out not before the 8th day. The 7th day was rest. We were only put here. Remember, a child cannot do anything when he is born into this world. How long before a child can operate? So we went from the donkey delivering the mail, the horses delivering, all of a sudden we deliver things with computers in less than 100 years. You do not have to leave your house, and you can practically get everything brought to you. Obviously somebody is doing the work, so there's still hand labor in this. So what can you imagine? Can you imagine somebody blanking out your mind? Well, have you ever been operated on and put to sleep? That's pretty much a blank on the mind. Well, what if they found that to put it inside of you over 10, 20, 30, 40, 500, and 1,000 years? Just a little tweak of the change of who you are, from the perfect being of creation to who the human light is today. The programmation of, there's a separation between man and ape. It's very simple to make a separation between man and ape. You take out one product, you install it with another one, you say, look, two things are different. Ape has A, C, man has B, D, because all they did is remove one thing and install something else. That's all it has to be. You don't have to be a scientist other than the scientist of knowing the difference of doing just one stroke. The 7 days of rest, the 7 days of rest, the 7th day of rest, when does it occur again if it's happening over and over? We're looking for number cycles, we're looking for algorithms, we're looking for perfection. We don't need to go to a casino. See, in the casino, they show you the imperfection by showing you how you lose. But when you lose, that is a perfection in its loss, because every other number could have come up, but your number of that single, even if you put a chip on every single number, okay, there's 38 numbers in roulette, or 37. So if you put a chip on every single one, you'll always lose one. So you'll lose one for every 30, for every roll, you will lose one. How many rolls, how many wagers will you make before you lose how many chips? And why did you choose that how many chips? Did you choose it the 6 chips, to lose 6 chips? So that would be 6 rolls, 6 chips, 37 chips bet. That would be 37 times 6 equals to 42, and 6 by 3 is 18. That would be 222. 6 by 7 equals 42. Carry the 4. 6 by 3, 18, and 4, 222 times 8, 1776. 37 and 55 and 19 are three very special numbers. I cannot show that to you. I saw it yesterday, and I'm worthless unless I can show you how I get things, where they come from, the numbers that they're created from. Otherwise, I am worthless. I mean, I can give you a computer screen and tell you exactly why my image comes out, but you probably wouldn't care less. The only thing to know is that if we can come out and see how everything is recreated back down to our ABCs and games, we can know how things have been manipulated in this world, or the possibility that life was recreated for us to come back here and not remember before. By removing all the books, remember, a very small percentage of the population was able to read and write, so it didn't matter what was in the books. And by removing the books, those in the future who do know how to read and write will never be able to see those books. So just give me a second right here. Okay, I did not go to my card to show you this, but I'm going to promise you that I'm going to look this video over. I'm going to still upload this video. There are so many different realities, ideas, situations that unfold as you're looking. You can go for the comparison to the weights and measures, to the element scales, to the geometric shapes, the metric system versus the imperial alphabet, numbers, math, game boards, the odds, the dice, the cars, the understanding between just the words and besides their definition, to city, states, provinces, villages, and country, nouns, person, places, or thing. How about anything? We go on to the state of Israel and why and what is going on. I'm not going to get into that. I just had to mention it for the number's sake, that Israel and Zion and 0 are all numbers 64, and that's a starting point because of what the circle does. The 13 suits, how it is related to the number 91, and how Jesus on the cross of time comes into it, because of how 13 times 7 equals to 91. 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 4 and 7 is Jesus of time. How your money, your chips, your tokens, the change in your pocket, the 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, and 25 cents divides into something. What is the difference between the change, which is after the decimal, or the dollar that includes or may include the change between the $1, the 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100? The 1 and 5 equals to 6. The 5 and 10 equals to 16. They bring the 76 together, and the reason for that is that 1 plus 0 equals to 6. 1 plus 0 equals to 1, so it's 5 and 1 reverse on level 2. And on level 2, it becomes the 7 over here. On level 1, it becomes the 6. This is where we get the 15 ball. Over here. Why did I get 16? That's not supposed to say 16. It's supposed to say 15. Made a mistake. There's something in there that I made a mistake with. 15 is a representation of Mars. So when you get that, it's ABCD that creates 10. But in this situation, okay, there's a difference. The French say that it is 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. When they're talking from 11, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 11 doesn't mention a number, as 10 says 10 in it. But 11, 11, does not mention any other number. 10 also doesn't mention any other number. 9 or 19, 8 or 18, 7 or 17, 6 or 16, 5 or 15, 4 or 14, 3 or 13, meaning like in a third, 2 or 12, but 12 is just saying something different. Other than 2, it's going 2, 10, 20, and it's twisting everything. 11 does not say anything to do with 1, and 10 has nothing to do with any other number other than A, B, C, D 1, 2, 3, 4 added equals to the 10. So what is the fabrication of the original fabrication and the refabrication, creating another level of numbers? And all numbers, according to French, stop at 1 to 9. Then it is 9 to 18. And then it is 19, 20, 21. There's a separation in all of this because of the cube, because of the cards, etc. The other and last thing I wanted to get into is this. Okay, there's many, many things. When you go 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, and 18, 1 and 8 is 9, 24, 2 and 4 is 6, 30. So we started over. Right over here, we started doing the same numbers. So if the first one and the second one equal to the third one, the first and the second one equal to the third one, AB equals C, AB equals C. This is this scenario over here. The reverse of this scenario over here is the departing area we're not going to count as A. I could count it as A, but in this situation, I'm not. But what if I do? A, B, C, D. So D repeats A. But if I started this at 0, because we need to depart, God needs to depart, so he departs and he arrives here. So I think that's going to be too confusing. So just let's leave it at A, B, C, D. The D is the start over. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10, which is the starting over again. So if you start over, okay, 6, 3, 9, 6 and 3 equals to 9, then C and D equals to 9, C and D. So A and B is like C and D. But C and D create E. That means it is D and E. We're not going to count the first one. We're just going to count the second and the third one. So this is the sun. This is creation of the sun for your ABCs. D and E equals to 9, and that is I. So all you need is either CD to create 7, the gateway, right? Because you're still on the left side. 1, 2, 3 equals to 6. Only when you get to D are you on the other side. So you now put D and E together, equaling to 9, and that is your birth. E and F is onto the other side. This is the center number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, here. It would be, the E would be over here. Sorry, I have to move those numbers over. A, B, C, D, E, F. So your C and your F are your birth numbers. A, B, C, D. So you have C, which is the complete of A and B. And once you complete A and B, you now take C and you bring it to the new level. You bring birth to the new level of 6, of A, B, C. A plus B equals to 6. A, B, C, D equals to 10 equals to 1. It's starting over. Starting over in creation, creation to the sun, D and E. So once your creation to the sun, you always play E and F. That is your 5 and 6. After your E and F equals to 12, that is your L letter, 12. 12 is coming together of 1 and 2 again. Might sound a little complicated. When it comes to number 5, it's a little bit different. Where do the first two numbers in 5 come together? They come together all the way over here. They don't come together until the 10th number. That's when 5 repeats and 1 repeats. That is, Mars repeats in K and L, kill. 11 and 12, number 23. 2 and 3 comes together. Creation. K creates L. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to L. That is the queen. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 84 is the sun. 37, 73, Mars, Half-Life, God, Dog Pound, the Red Sun, Nibiru, Quebec, the gateway to the golden heaven, meaning through the moon, including Pluto, the Christ, EIEIO on the farm, through the sun again because of its multiplication, through the sun and a new DNA, replicating from Mars 6. Just really weird. How 10 equals to 6? The completion of 10. How 10 equals to 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because you must start over in your 10th one. You must start over. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 5 and 1 is everything. 5 plus the next one. How is 33 equal to 6? 3 and 3 equals to 6. I don't remember where I got this from. 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8. 8 comes out where G is. When you're counting by 5, 8 comes out where G is, created by Q. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals 7 and 8. Here's your 7. These two create your 8. H is number 40, the blue world. I is your birth through the sun. J equals to your student. It is your 10. It is your ABCD. It is the heart of darts. K, number 11, is your creation and your liberty of 76. I want to go to L is 60 and M is 65. The time of the student, the memory of Mars. Raphael 70-86 in a constellation of Pegasus. Just talking to myself. Thank you for watching this video.